I bet you didn't think I'd be back so soon with an LPS video. Frankly, me neither. I didn't think I would have a reason to make another video for a while, but the other day I was at the thrift store where a lot of magical things happen, and I checked the little bags of various toys at checkout. I usually do, hoping to find LPS, of course, and as usual didn't expect to find anything, but I hit the jackpot. At first, through the bags I could only see some Gen 3 pets, so I thought, oh, never mind. But then I kept looking at the bag and I could see some Gen 2 pets. Admittedly, the ones that I could see seemed to be in bad shape, but it gave me the feeling that I needed to rescue them, you know? And look, for $3 Canadian, even if I get only a few authentic Gen 2 pets, it's gonna be a good deal. But then, there's more. I spotted a second $3 bag with even more G2 pets. And I know that they're from the same collection. You will see why. It's easy to tell. By the way, I think you should stay until the end because I've already done a project using one of them. I couldn't resist. And I want to show it to you, but I don't want to spoil anything, so that's why you're gonna have to wait and watch the whole video. Or skip until the end, I guess, but... Let's start with bag number 1. This one was definitely the fullest, especially with all the other junk thrown in the mix. Although I must admit these little guys are quite endearing, and I debated for a little bit whether I was gonna keep them or not. I did a first round of sorting between the pets I wanted to keep and those that I would unfortunately have to send back to the thrift store. Creepy. Now this one hurt a lot. When I was a kid, that was my absolute favorite out of my collection. Nowadays, even though I still have every single pet that I had as a child, I cannot for the life of me find this one specifically. Now, I don't know whether I lost it or if I put it somewhere for safekeeping and then forgot where it was. While I was showing the 2 bags to my partner when I came back home, I spotted the head of this dog and I was thinking, God, I hope there's the body in there somewhere. Oh no. Chicken Little, what did they do to you? What is that? Oh my god. I looked it up and turns out that this actually is an LPS. It came in a set with a baby and a mama. And it's so cute, but I didn't get the mama in either of the bags, and now I wonder if there was a 3rd bag and a 4th bag. No, but I love LPS cows and I really wish that this little baby came with his mama. I think I have some ideas for this guy. I don't know what this is either. This one doesn't seem like an LPS. I looked it up online and I couldn't find what it is. If you have any idea of what it is, please let me know. No way, a flocked pet. And it hasn't been scribbled all over. It's so cool. I've never had one of those. You have no idea how long I've wanted a raccoon for, and I was so excited to see that I got one in this bag. But then my heart sunk once I saw the state of his face. Ugh. This is the 3rd Himalayan cat I have in my collection. Another trooper who lost his head. Oh boy, here comes the third German Shepherd of my collection. Sure hope it's not cursed and gonna give you all nightmares. Yes. Another one of their disturbing creations. And bonus blue tack in the hole. Oh, what is that? This one is one of their cursed walkable pets, if you remember that. And obviously it doesn't work anymore, but I couldn't even figure out how to open the place where you put the batteries in, so I can't change that. And I also, later on, forgot that there is a battery inside of that and put it in water. So I think it's pretty safe to say that my chances of making this thing work are pretty much none. Bag number 2. That's where the meat and potatoes are, if we're gonna be honest. There's so much more interesting stuff in this bag. I even wondered if I should have just gotten this one. No. I hope the body's in there somewhere. I must say a lot of these newer generation pets don't even really look like LPS. I thought some of them were maybe knockoffs or Bratz pets, but judging by the logo and what I found online, it seems that they're official. I was gonna say this is most definitely not an LPS, but look at this. What I found especially interesting in that collection is that I only saw a few repeats from my own collection. Most of those pets I didn't have, and there were even some in there that I'd never seen in my entire life, which even made me question whether they were real or not. What? Look at this one. Now this mold right here really surprised me. It's really cool with the scaly texture. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of what I think is nail polish on her eye, but I'm pretty sure you can remove that with acetone. Yeah, some of these custom attempts were quite edgy. I really wonder what was going through this child's head when they made them. Unfortunately, though, it's gonna have to get a full makeover. It's a shame because I love this pet. Little freak. This one's creepy. I don't like this one. I feel like whoever owned this collection purposefully ruined all the ones that I didn't have in my collection. It's a sticker eye pet. Ew!
I hate sticker eye pets, if you couldn't tell, but this one is so weird because it looks like a misprint on the eyebrows, you know, where the beige is like cut off, but apparently that's just its normal look because all the pictures I could find looked like this. Like, it couldn't look more fake, and yet that's how it's made.
I literally almost trashed this before I realized that this is the body. Welcome back, Queen.
Now, I know that some may feel very strongly about the state of these pets. It may seem like this child ruined some perfectly fine Gen 2 pets. Look, I'm not complaining. I'm an adult. I love customizing LPS. It's one of my hobbies. If anything, it makes it so much easier for me to come to terms with painting over some authentic, collectible items. Although not all of them are going to be rare or valuable, of course. But honestly, regardless of what your opinion is on this matter, I now have so many more canvases to do customs, and I know that I'm going to have so much fun with this. And isn't that the whole point of toys? Like, to have fun? So anyways, that's my rant. Let's wash their crusty asses now.
Yes, the soup.
So those pets that I decided to keep needed a good scrubbing. I used some soapy water and a toothbrush for that. We'll call it superficial cleaning because of course some of the stains didn't go away. Most of the marker stains or paint need to be removed with acetone, not just soap. A lot of those pets had blue tack on or in them, and that was hell to remove. Some of them I kind of just gave up on. I was able to remove some of the paint on some of these pets. I assume that maybe some were painted with acrylic and some were painted with gouache, which is water soluble. I I was in fact able to remove the paint off of the raccoon's face with my fingernails and a lot of patience. For some reason, it wasn't coming off with the toothbrush, just with my nails, but I pushed through and it looks fine. It's not perfect, of course, but it's much better than it was. I was so sad when I saw the state of his face because I thought that I would have to remove the paint with acetone. I was pretty much resigned to the fact that I would have to do some restoration work on him before putting him in my collection. Ew, yucky water. The pets went into 3 categories: the ones that were ready to be displayed in my collection, those that needed slight restoration, marker and paint being removed, and then those that would be saved for just full-on customizing. So in the end, that's what I'm left with. That's what I consider to be the actual haul. Like I said, the rest will be sent back as donations. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen to these little guys. Especially cannot wait to get my dear hippie dog back. I know it's gonna be a difficult task, but I'm so excited. I already have a few projects that came to mind, one of which I've already completed. But if you have any suggestions, any idea you've had, anything you want me to make on this channel, feel free to let me know. I can't hide her from you. I've already jumped in and made a custom. I know, and I made it off camera. Yeah, and it's not even a pet that was damaged. Maybe you've noticed her in the to be customized pile. Maybe you thought, she doesn't belong there. I love her so much, but I can't help but feel guilty because there was nothing wrong with her. I really wanted to make a Halloween custom because it's spooky season, and I thought that this mold would be perfect for this project. There was this other orange Persian cat, if you remember her. She has Sharpie around her eyes, so you'd think, yeah, pick the damaged one, but I put that one into the restoration category, if you will, because I really wanted to give her a chance. I really like that pet as it is, and I want to see if I can remove the Sharpie around the eyes, so I didn't want to like do a full-on custom. This Persian cat, however, that's the classic white and black. I call it a Himalayan because it has the same kind of markings, but apparently it's a Persian cat. I already have 2 of them in my collection. I didn't need a 3rd one. Those pets were some of the first that came out of that generation, so I took the risk. You know, while I was removing the factory paint, I was thinking the whole time, I hope they're not rare. I hope they're not worth a lot of money because I completely ruined it. I'm afraid to look it up. I don't think I'm gonna look it up. I love her. She brings me joy. I had a lot of fun making her, so, you know, if I'm missing out on $1,000, I guess I had fun. But with that being said, show and tell is over. That's all I had to show you. I know it's far from my usual art content, and I thought about like how I wanted to integrate some creation into the mix. I thought of making like a whole video dedicated to designing customs, so basically illustrating them, and I think I might do that in the future, but for this video I wanted to keep it simple. I feel like you hear me say that a lot, like all the time, but it's Halloween season and I've been very busy, and I've got Cozy-tober right now, so I'm drawing every day. But yeah, I'm participating in Cozy-tober, the prompt list, so every day I illustrate a new prompt, and they're all on my Instagram, and you can go check that out at lottio.rogers. So, you know, I'm still drawing, just not on YouTube. But let me know if you are participating in any cool art challenge or writing challenge or anything like that. It has nothing to do with the video, but since I'm talking about it, you know. So, subscribe to this channel here if you too live in the delusional hope that one day maybe I will post some art videos. I've already plugged my Instagram, but you can also find me on Ko-fi, kofi.com/Lottie Rogers, all in one word. That's where I sell my merch. And you can also find me on TikTok, where I am actively pursuing a career in TikToking, or whatever that's called. And any other place isn't really worth it, because I'm most likely not active on there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. You are free now. You shall go and go back to whatever you were doing. I hope you enjoy greatly the rest of your day, and also the rest of your spooky season if we don't see each other till then. And that's it. Bye, Stinkies!